bad for the dogs, and anyone who had to spend more than a minute in the kennel listening to them. The range was accessed through a gate in an 8-foot cyclone fence with a single strand of razor wire strung across the top. Tracy blew warm air into her fists while waiting for Pryor. The weather forecast was typical for a March evening, cold with a light drizzle. Perfect for training purposes. "How should we start?" Pryor asked. "You shoot, I watch," Tracy said. 15 plywood shooting stations, or points, stood 25 yards from a metal overhang, cantilevering over a sloped hillside littered with spent bullets. Tracy chose the station farthest to the left, closest to the kennel, but away from the 2 men shooting on the right side of the range. She spoke over the barking and the reverberating bursts from the shooters' guns. "We'll start with the failure drill. 3 yards from the target, 3 seconds to fire 4 shots, 2 rounds to the body, 2 rounds to the head." "Got it," Pryor said. They clipped the target, a caricature of a bad guy with bulging hairy arms and a menacing face, to a piece of pressboard and set it up beneath the overhang. Then they paced back 3 yards to a mark on the ground. Tracy said, "Low ready." Pryor unholstered her Glock, pointed the barrel at the ground, and assumed a blade stance, legs shoulder-width apart, left foot slightly forward of the right. Tracy nudged the inside of Pryor's left foot an inch to give her a wider stance. "Go," Tracy said. Pryor raised her weapon and fired 3 shots. As Tracy expected, Pryor flinched with each discharge, which caused the barrel to shift ever so slightly off target. She saw it a lot with newbies, especially the female recruits. "Ready," Tracy said. Pryor slipped her ear protection off her left ear. "Aren't you—" "Low ready," she repeated. Pryor readjusted the ear protection and retook her stance. "Go." Pryor shot again. "Ready," Tracy said. "Go." And Pryor shot a 3rd time. She had Pryor repeat the process until she'd emptied the magazine. When Pryor lowered her gun, she was winded from the adrenaline rush. "Your arms and shoulders getting tired?" Tracy asked. "A little bit. And yet you're shooting better." "I am," Pryor said, looking at the target through her yellow-tinted glasses. "I can train you to shoot better," Tracy said. "I can't train you to shoot. You have to get past the violence when you discharge your weapon. You're anticipating the noise and the recoil, which causes you to flinch, and that throws your shot off. The only way to get over it is to shoot. A lot." "How frequently are you coming to the range?" "I'm trying to get down here when I can," Pryor said. "But it's hard. I have 2 little girls at home." "What does your husband do?" "He works for a construction company." "Does he want you to keep your job?" "Of course. We need the money." "Then he needs to watch your daughter so you can practice." Tracy showed Pryor her right thumb. "Do you know what that callus is from?" "Shooting?" "Loading my magazine. I'm here twice a week, rain or shine, night and day. The only way to get better at shooting is to shoot. You fail to qualify and you can't work. They put you in a remedial training program. You carry a stigma. You're a woman, Katie. You don't need any other reason for them to think you're incompetent." Pryor needed to hear it. Her husband really needed to hear it. "Now, are you willing to work at this?" Pryor pulled out her cell phone from the back pocket of her jeans. "Let me call home." As Pryor stepped away to make the call, Tracy started to reload her magazine. One of the men who'd been shooting at the opposite end of the range approached. "You ladies come down to take out some pent-up female aggression?" Johnny Nolasco was captain of the violent crime section, Tracy's boss. He was also an ass. "Just doing a little shooting, Captain." "Qualifying test coming up," Nolasco said. Despite the cold weather, he wore a skin-tight, short-sleeve shirt, putting the barbed wire tattoo on his right biceps on full display. "Should we make it interesting?" Tracy's qualifying target from her graduation from the police academy had replaced Nolasco's target in the trophy case at the entrance to the school. In the intervening